Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video because I want to show you a trade that I'm going to make, and I want to share this with you because I think it's a good learning experience. So let me share my screen. Um, let's take a look here. Share. It's in Beyond Meat. Okay. So, um, alrighty. So this is live. Um, and check out this. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Okay. So right now I have 2,300 shares of Beyond Meat, right? My average price, my basis where I bought it at was 135.765. Right now it's trading a little bit higher, 136.16. Have a little bit of unrealized profit in there. Now, I'm going to make a separate video that talks about realized versus unrealized, but I definitely want to encourage people to focus on realized profit because I think it's important. You don't want to make money and then give it back to the market, okay? But I'm going to another video on that. I have a bunch of puts and calls. So, and I did make a couple of adjustments today as well. But for example, I have some calls expiring today, right? So I have some 138 calls, some 137 calls, 136 calls. And they are all trading under where I sold them at, right? So for example, obviously 138, it's expiring today in a few hours. So that's worth $16 and I sold them for 64. So I can actually buy them back and lock in this unrealized profit, this 648 total unrealized profit as an example. Now here's the thing I want to show you. I want to show you something about risk because I've said this before, but I want to say it again. It's super easy to make money and it's very, very hard or much more challenging to not lose your money, control your risk. Okay. And I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. And that's why I share these things with you. So this is a very, very cool spreadsheet that I have here. But I'm going to put in Beyond Meat. This is kind of like, where's my risk, right? So I have 2,300 shares. My basis is 135.765, right? Right now I have a stop at 113. Let's just look at the chart real quick, okay? Let's look at the Beyond Meat chart briefly. So it looks nice. It's has this support right here. I'm going to make another video on technical analysis, so stay tuned for that. But it does have this support right here underneath this day bar 113.26. So I have this stop at 113, and it's been coming up nicely, filling this gap, right? So it's very nice. Now, here's the thing about risk. I like Beyond Meat. It's got a very nice implied volatility, 47. It's got, a lot of up and down. I have a lot of experience trading. I feel comfortable. Here's the thing. I don't want to, if I have 2,300 shares and if I was to get stopped out, let's say something, negative came out in the news like right now and it started going down, which it can, this is way too high. Actually, you know what? I'm at 811.3. So let me change this for a moment. But still, this is way too high percentage of risk. I'm risking like 6% of my portfolio. You never want to risk 6% on your portfolio. I have a lot of shares because I was down so much and beyond, and I wanted to pop I wanted to turn a loser into a winner. So that's why I have a lot of shares, because I was buying more as it was low and I was averaging my cost down. And now it worked, and now I could take the risk off the table. So that's why I'm sharing this video. This is a very cool spreadsheet. If let's say I maintain the positions, let's say I waited for these to expire worthless today as an example, right? 136 might, get assigned. I don't know, because we're pretty close to that. Actually, we're a little over that at the moment, 136. But if I was to sell new 136, which is the next strike above my basis for next week, November 27th, they're going for 370, right? My overall risk versus my return is too big. It's too big, too big, too big. So what I'm going to do right now, and this is why I'm making this video, is I'm going to take all that freaking risk off the table, right? So watch me do it. And I'm going to lock in. I pay attention. Okay, SPY, the S&P 500 is down right now, like flat, down 0.15%. I'm up almost 1%. So I pay attention to that. And I'm going to lock in all of these gains for Beyond. So watch this and check it, and let me show you. I'm going to start with the 138s, right? I'm going to, I can just let them expire really, because it's a one delta, but I don't know. I'm not going to do that, because what if it takes off and shoots to the moon? I want to I want to be conservative. So I'd rather make small amounts of money, like systematically, than have too much risk. Again, it's easy to make money and it's harder to keep it. It's harder to manage your risk. Learn from my mistakes. So I'm going to buy these back. I'm going to take all the fucking Beyond Meat risk off the table right now. The risk is high, and I'm not gonna maintain it. So I'm gonna buy 14 back at 15 bucks. That's like the mid price, right? Mid price. This is all live. This is very cool for you guys. That means I'm gonna lock in this gain, $671. So I'm gonna click submit, submit. I'm buying them back, and partial fill. So I got filled 7 out of 14, but let's just wait a moment and see if the other ones fill. Okay. So also I'm going to take this one off the table, the 137, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to straight sell my stock. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. Maybe I keep 100 shares or something. Or maybe I'll keep, I don't even know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll keep, I don't know, 100 shares, 400 shares. Let me think about it. But right now what I'm doing is I'm straight liquidating these positions. So this 137 call, I'm going to buy 5 back. I'm going to put an order in at the mid price. Sometimes what I do is I put $1 above the mid price, and then it's more likely that I'm going to get filled on them all. But really, I want to try to squeeze in a little extra money out of the market. So I'm going to do it 30. Right now, mid price is 30, 29. See, it's coming down because the time is going on, and it's not likely that these will, get assigned. Okay, so that's that. So pay attention to my realized gains. My realized gain, I'm locking in my profits. I used to have a friend of mine that I traded with, and he used to think like realized gains and losses wasn't all that relevant. And I wholeheartedly disagree. I think realized gains are very relevant because, again, you don't want to make money and give it back to the market. Okay, so you want to focus on locking in your gains as you go, and it's easier to make money that way. Okay, okay, so I have, let me buy these back, 136. I'm going to buy these back even though they're kind of like at the money, because I just want to take all the risk off the table. So I'm going to buy these back, 4 contracts. I'm going to lock in a profit on the trade anyway. So as long as you're making money, who cares? That's what, never be greedy. Pig get slaughtered in the market. I'm going to buy these 4 back. Let's see when they fill. Well, now it moved up a tad, 65. I'll just wait a moment. I can just bring it up if I wanted to. 70. Okay, let me bring it up to 70. Filled. Okay, so all my calls are squared away. They're gone. They're liquidated. Now I'm going to straight sell my stock. Okay. And actually, I'm going to put a stop in because in case it kind of rides up a little bit more, I want to like squeeze a little bit more out. Okay. So I'm going to put a stop in at, you know what? Actually, I'm just over my basis right now. I'm just going to sell it at the market, mid price. Sometimes I do mid price. Sometimes I do market. Sell 2,300 mid price. Look at the margin I'm going to free up. Sell 2,300 mid price, override transmit. Let's see. Come on, fill. Mid price takes a moment. It's not my favorite thing, but I don't want to sell at the market and then have it, I don't know, have me get a bad fill or something like that. So just wait a moment while they all fill. See, it takes they fill in pieces sometimes. That's okay. And what I'm doing is check out my realized gain. I'm just like bringing that up, baby. I'm just locking in my gains. This is a good video for you guys to understand and learn. And I'm going to keep all these naked puts. I like Beyond, so it's all good. I'm going to keep them. Let's see, come on. 136.01. So that's my fill, my average fill price so far. Takes a while when you're filling like a big, position. What I have, 2,300 shares, so it takes a little bit of time to go through. But I want to just wait until this concludes because I want to show you guys what the end result is. Let's see. I wonder what the commission is on this also. $6. The commission can kind of be a little bit high on share prices sometimes, I feel. Okay, let's see. I don't like when things take a while, but whatever. I don't want to end this video because I want to show you guys the result. And I'm not sure how to pause it. Right now it's a realized gain of 2,600. Let me do something else while this is going. Let's just look at a couple of other things. Apple, today's Friday, so I have all my stuff expiring today because I'm very short-term in nature generally. So these calls are going to expire worthless. Sometimes what I do is I sell new calls for next Friday, but right now Apple is down a little bit. So I might wait, I'm not sure. 120, you know, if I sold new calls for next week, they're only selling for $85. Truthfully, I don't really like trading Apple that much anymore. You don't make that much money or as much as you can in other underlyings. Boeing, I've traded off and on for quite a while. And I hadn't been trading Boeing for quite a while. And I bought some the other day and then I just sold some calls. BABA, I did this morning. So I bought some 300 shares this morning at 262.55, and then I sold them at the money call. It was a little bit, my basis was a tad higher, but that's okay. I'm still going to make money, so it's all good. So that's going to get assigned today. So it was like, I don't want to say a free 300 something dollars, but you know, I sold 3 calls at $1.60. So that's like $3, I don't know, like $400 or something like that. So that's all good. Booking I also did today. Booking is kind of aggressive. So sometimes I do that for a very short term and maybe I, you know, buy it back, like right now as an example and lock in the gain. Let's see, which 2033. I'm gonna wait on that actually. And booking is kind of hard to trade too. It's got a wide bid ask, and it's a high ticket, high dollar. So not always the best. Let's see, here's my Beyond 135.93. This selling at the mid price is very annoying because it takes a while to fill. But it's coming down. I have like a little less than 500 left. And my fill price is good so far. Foot Locker, let's see, I like Foot Locker. So I have these 40, 50 calls. So these are probably going to expire worthless today. And then I also have these 39 calls, or 38 rather, calls that will, get assigned. And the reason why sometimes you'll see like a $38 call and my basis is $38.49 is I buy it in pieces. So like I think I bought, I don't remember, 500, 500, 500, 500. And the pricing was going up. So that's kind of, the result sometimes. I don't like when that happens because it's a little bit harder to keep track of. I don't know, it's just harder to understand. I prefer when it goes down and I'm averaging down my cost rather than averaging up my cost. But averaging up my cost still can be a good thing because you are, you're averaging down your cost. So you're lowering your basis, or rather, if you're averaging up, it's still good because it's you're going with the momentum, with the trend. I'm thinking about one thing and talking about something else. So my Beyond all filled. I don't want to ramble at all on this video, but my fill price was pretty nice. It's like a tad bit over 136, and you'll see if I scroll over, I have my system set up to show my realized right here, right? So I have my realized, Beyond buy position. So this was my long stock realized, and then my realized on those calls. And then my total realized gain for today, 2,900. So here's the moral of the story. And this is what I want you guys to get from this. Beyond was like a loser for me, and I was losing oodles and oodles of money because I bought it here, right? Like when it was high. And then, oh my gosh, it came down. Actually, I had to stop in here. Like, see this gap right here, right here. So I had to stop in here, and then I took the stop out before the market opened because I didn't want to, I guess realize that loss after that slippage. But this is a perfect example of how you can turn a losing trade into a winning trade. I was down a lot of money in Beyond Meat, and I ended up making, realized profit for the day, 2,900. but also for the day and beyond about 2,300. And then I have some realized profits from last week as well. So again, it's turning a losing trade into a winning trade. Hope this helps. I'm going to put this on the in the Facebook group. And if you guys have any questions, you just let me know. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.